Ooh, we need some lip balm. Or lip oil. Let me go get that. Hello, my name is Kathy and I like to read, so welcome back. So this is future Kathy popping in here because I've already started filming some clips for this video, and then I realised I didn't really give you like an itinerary, what to expect, a daily schedule. I didn't really plan it that far in advance, so let me just give you a rundown for everything that we're doing in this video that's a bit bookish. On the agenda for this video is we're going to be doing a TBR refresh, so that'll be like putting in new prompts, taking out the old ones, and just giving it a little bit of a spruce up. We will also be doing a bookish merch haul, which don't look too close because that's a sneak peek. So that's a really good one. I'm really excited to be sharing that with you. We'll also be doing like a little bit of a zhuzh, a little bit of a bookshelf like refresh, tidy up, TBR cart restock, just things like that. Just a little spruce. I'll also be putting some frames up, some of which are more bookish related and some which are just cute for this little. So this is like the spare room, but I work from home twice a week, so I've kind of taken it over. So it's got like my makeup desk in, it's got a spare bed, it's got my office stuff, and it's also got these bookshelves. But did you hear that? I really hope not. I'd like to put some like cute prints on the wall, prints that are like just bookish and cute and girly, because I've kind of taken over this spare room. I am in it a lot of the time because I work from home, I study, I do my makeup, I film these videos in there, so I'm going to put some prints on the wall. And then we're going to end with kind of like a Notion refresh. I've not kept up with my Notion too much. I did start it at the beginning of the year, and because I really want to start a book journal, it would be really good to have all the stats on the Notion, such as like page count, series tracker, ratings. So that'll be something that I will probably refresh at the end because I've not updated it since May. Yeah, it's been a while since I've updated it, so that'll be a good overview. So let's get into this booing duckish stuff. Imagine. So let's get into this doing bookish stuff video. Doing book things. Me, myself, and books. Who knows what I'm going to call it, but let's just get into it. I'm hoping this is the first clip in a compiled video, and apologies if I'm still a bit nasally. I've been a little bit sick. I'm coming out the other end of it, so this is mostly going to be like a nice like ASMR video, so don't worry about not having to listen to me too much. So let me tell you what I'm doing today. So this is my TBR jar. She's stunning, she's cute. I made her with very good intentions. However, I think she's too specific. I need to give myself a few more like prompts. I didn't think I had enough books on my TBR to do all the booktube girlies. Like my TBR jar picks my books and all that, but I can make it however I want to. So if it's not a book I've bought and it suits, I'm going to buy it. If it's a Kindle book, I'm going to buy it. And if it's a prompt that I can't really pick, it's going to go back in the jar and we're not going to talk about it. But that's okay. So I'm going to take out all the books that I've got in here so far. I'm going to double check my TBR that I'm writing down on Notion. And then, no, actually, I don't need to do that. So I'm going to take all these prompts out, which these were just like literally the book covers, like the book names. So I'm going to take these out and I'm going to start writing some prompts instead. So let's get started. And if you've got any suggestions for prompts to add to my TBR jar, then please let me know. And then we have the finished TBR jar. I have made this at the end of June so that when I pick my July TBR, these are all the prompts up to date. This is full. I'm gonna have to do a lot of sorting and shaking before I pick these. I've made no rhyme or reason to why I've colour coded them. I just wanted to do a few of each colour, so now I've got a nicely fresh stacked TBR jar, and hopefully you'll have seen this, or you will be seeing this in upcoming videos. Whilst I've got a big pile of stuff down here to sort, that's a bit more boring. I thought I'd start with the fun stuff. And I've got a bookish haul, because it's not books, it's book t-shirts. So let me show you what I've got. So just for reference, so far I think I've now got 5 bookish t-shirts from Printable, and I got that recommendation from Emmy. I know she got some of her t-shirts from there, but I've also got the N Embroideries Emmy collab. I'd love to get another one. I'd love to get more. I swear, bookish tops are just great. Bookish tops that don't look overly bookish, but bookish enough. I think I just said bookish too many times. But yeah, so bookish tops, but not too bookish. So yeah, let me show you what I've got. So I did go a bit wild and I got 4, but they were at such a good price. And if I'm already doing the order, I might as well go ahead. I get mine from Printable, and they're a few sizes bigger. I think I get them in the heavyweight material as well. So what I like to do is I like to get the bigger size, and then I will cut the hem, just so it gives this like distressed look, and also because they're usually too long for me. Let me show you my bookish t-shirts. I'm so excited to wear these. I get to finally wear these. I've been saving them to film this clip, so they were nice and clean before I showed you. Not that they'd be dirty, but as in fresh. Unworn? New. Yeah, you know what I mean, so let me show you these. So the first one I got, they actually ended up messaging me to say that they changed the design, and I can't even tell the difference. So this is the top. So this is like an enemies to lovers band style t-shirt. And then at the bottom, it's got some of my favourite couples on it. It's got Feyre and Rhysand, it's got Violet and Xaden, and it's also got DM and Luther. And do you know how hard it is to get Spark of the Everflame merch? It's criminal that there's not more out there. Please, somebody out there, do some more Kindred's Curse Saga merch. I need more t-shirts. I think I saw one that's that vintage style that had like Luther on it, but I can't find it anymore. I kind of would wear that. So this is the first one that I got. It's an Enemies to Lovers World Tour. I got 2 with a black base and 2 with a white base. I do wear a lot of dark colours, so I would gravitate towards the black ones. I'm really gutted. The first order I ever did from Printable, I got a Valaris top, but I got it in grey because I thought it was going to be like an acid wash grey, and it just came and it was just grey. So I really like the top, but I was also testing out the sizing, so I've gone up a size bigger, and I also... Oh no, I don't get the heavyweight material. Or do I? I can't remember. I'll try and link them below to show you the exact ones that I got. But yeah, so the first one that I got was kind of like a test run, and it's a Valaris one. It's really cool. It's just, I know what size and materials I like, and I know how to make them fit. So yeah, this is the next one. So this is a If You Know, You Know. It's an Abraxas Garden Club t-shirt, and I love this. I thought it was so much fun. Can I just say though, I know there's a lot of controversy because in like film and TV, there's a lot of dragons that are actually wyverns and wyverns that are portrayed as dragons. And do you know what? There's this flower vase that I love. Until I found out and fully solidified which one was which, I was going to buy it. But then I realised that anatomically it's not correct and it sounds so petty. But in my heart of heart, I can't just do it. Wow, the lighting has just gone. Bye, sun. But this Abraxas one is anatomically correct because it's a wyvern and it's got the 2 wings and the 2 legs. I also learned that How to Train Your Dragon is one of the more anatomically accurate portrayals of dragons. And can I just say, I love How to Train Your Dragon. I went and saw the live action one recently. Loved it. Love Toothless. So yes, so that is my next one. It's so cute. And do you know what? It's like summery, and I reckon it just looks like a cool t-shirt. And with the colours, it kind of looks like something you'd buy from like just an online retailer. Again, it doesn't look overly bookish, and I love that. Not that I wouldn't wear something overly bookish. I literally have a top that says Absolutely Feral Book Reader from Emmy's collection, so I will be a bookish stan. Oh, this one is fun. I've seen this one everywhere and it's so much fun. So this says, born to read, forced to work, pages over paychecks. I love this. This is so much fun. I've seen this everywhere, and yeah, I am crying. It's in this like pop art style. I'm just glad to wear something it's bookish, but it's not necessarily attached to a fandom or a series or anything. It's just book related. So yeah, I love that one. And then this last one might be my favourite, but no pressure. Look at it. And then look at the back, it doesn't end. So this is an Aelin Galathinius t-shirt, Fireheart, Throne of Glass, one of my all-time favourite series. I'm
I've been looking for one of these t-shirts for ages. To be fair, I would have t-shirts from every single Sarah J Maas series. I do have t-shirts from every single Sarah J Maas series, and I've got Throne of Glass. I've got 2 Throne of Glass, got an Akatar one, and I've also got a Crescent City one that says Griffith's Antiquities on it. I love the colours of this one. I think it just looks like a cool t-shirt as well, with like the stars and the stag print. My boyfriend did look at it and immediately go, "That's Stannis Baratheon." And I went, "No, it's Aelin Galathinius." So yeah, so these are my book t-shirts. I'm really, really excited to wear these. I will also say that they wash really well. I've never had any issues with the print peeling or anything, and I've had mine coming up to, I've nearly had mine for a year. So they wash really well. I like the way they fit. So I'm glad to add more bookish merch to my collection. I do have my eye on a few things. I like the sweatshirt from, I think it's Literature Stitches, that says Spine Breaker. I just think that's funny because I'm unintentionally a spine breaker. Book spines, obviously, not like your cerebral spine, if that wasn't obvious. And I think it's called the Common Room Shop. There's so many good bookish merch shops out there. Just some of them are abroad, so it's the customs, but I will be adding more and more to my collection. So yeah, that is my book haul. So that is my book t-shirt haul. Let's get on to the less fun stuff. Let's start putting some of this mess away. Do you know what? From here, it genuinely doesn't look too bad. But this is a bigger mess than I want. So we've just got like some discarded TBR prompts over here, my TBR jar. Spoiler, when I said in my TBR video that I was going to put my books away, I never did. So they're just there. We have some book mail to put away. Yeah, because I need to rearrange my shelves. So I've been holding off doing that for a bit. We've also got a book that I forgot to put on my TBR cart when I did my video. So a bit good about that. And then we've also, I don't know, I think it's out of shot, but right here, we've got a bookmark. I'd love to do a DIY bookmark. Hopefully I'll get to that in this video, but we'll see. But until then, let's clean this up a bit because this ain't cute. Forgot, because we are soft DNFing Lady of Darkness, she's going to go back on the TBR cart. However, I'm not going to take the bookmark out because I do think I will pick this up soon. I'm just in a bit of a slump, so she's going to go back now. So the shelves definitely need some rejigging. They're not They don't look quite right.
Probably have to revisit this at a later date. Okay, so please excuse the mess of the bed. Obviously, I've been laying everything out on here. I just wanted to get an idea of how I'm going to set everything up. So these are a few prints. Some of them are new. This one's really cute. I just got it from a craft and flea fair in Newcastle when I went to that one. But I will link the artist down below because I just thought this was really cute. I've got prints from like Decenio. I'm pretty sure this is like an artist print. I think it's Demi Dots, but that's like a tattoo style hydrangea. This one is a quote, and I think I've got the book downstairs. I got this as a gift as well. I think it's Florence Given. I think that's who it is. And then just a couple random ones. And then I want to have more like trinkets here. So I've got like a little mirror. And then I've got these sun stickers I got from Illumicrate. And I never knew what you're supposed to do with them. So I thought the moon one I've got here, I thought that would be better for this room because it's all like celestial. But I feel like, is the sun one? Should I put the sun one up instead? I'm hoping it's the type of sticker that once you've stuck it down, you can take it off. So I think this is the layout that I'm going to go for. However, this print here on the far left, I don't know if you can, this print here, I don't think it suits. I think it's too big and the frames are all too similar. Oh, and that's another thing I should say, that these are all frames I already just had in the house. But when I've got more like time and money and things like that, I'm going to swap them out for like cooler frames because these are all just plain black and white ones so far. I think they're all from like Asda, Decenio, Amazon, things like that. So I would like to get some more because I really like that I got this red frame to match the Fire Heart print. So yeah, so I think this one more chapter, I think it's too big to go with this style of like gallery wall, but I will find a place for somewhere. There is already like a nail in the wall right next to my bookshelf, so maybe I can put it there. Let me show you the space, I guess. So this is all the space that I've got above the bed, so it's quite a lot. And then if I pan around, you've got my bookshelves there. So there is a little nail in the wall over here somewhere. So I think I'll put that big one there, and then I'm gonna try and put, I think I'll put all these prints here just above the bed, and then I'm going to expand on it. I've got loads of craft stuff that I can add to it. Like I've got a tassel hanging, I've got an embroidery kit from Illumicrate. Oh, let me just pan to the side. I love that Read More Books lamp. It's so bright, however, so it never goes on. And this is my partner's like geek shelf because he used to subscribe to Loot Crate, and he's got a bunch of stuff like that. And then Peek the sleeping cat. So yeah, so I'm going to get started and hopefully I like how it looks, so yeah. Okay, and we are done. That took me a bit longer than I was planning on it, and it's not perfect. These walls are horrendous, and I can actually see that some of the prints are lifting, but hey ho, that's a later me problem. So we've got this print here next to all my books, and then here we have it. So it looks a bit gappy for now, and it looks a bit empty, but there's loads of room for extra stuff. So yeah, like I could probably put something here, something here, something here, loads of nice room. But yeah, but I like it so far, and I'll just do a little close-up. I'm really hoping that on a sunny day we'll be able to see the full effect of this sun sticker. Ah, cute, love it. And we only had a few casualties. We had, maybe about 6 broken nails, and I did hammer my thumb. But I think it's okay. From here it looks really good. I think it looks cute. Nice new additions to my bookish work and just living space. Hello and welcome to the final part of the doing bookish stuff video. I'm going to update my Notion. I think I'm gonna put my headphones on and do this at the same time because there's not a lot to discuss. So what I'll do is I'll give you just a little rundown of it. Let me just get the screen recording. This is my Notion page. I'm gonna do just a little quick overview. I've got a load of personal stuff on here, so I'm not gonna go into that. So I've got hobbies, bookish, YouTube, because YouTube is now a hobby. So I'll do bookish. So I've got a bunch of books, so like my 25 to read in 25, book series tracker, TBR tracker, pre-order list, my 2025 wrapped, and then all the individual stats that I want to fill out. So let's just get started. So the 25 to read in 2025, again, that's quite self-explanatory. I just wrote 25 books at the start of this year that I was interested in. If I go back, we've got book series tracker, again, this quite self-explanatory. I need to fill this out. My TBR tracker, this is just stuff I'm interested in, and this was when I did in my TBR jar I'd physically written all the books, and now I've changed how I'm doing that. So I don't know if this page is void now, but I guess it's handy if you ever get a prompt and I'm not sure what would go for it. I guess this kind of is just another list of all my TBRs, because I've got some in my some of my Goodreads, some of my Fable, some of my wish lists and things like that. So they're not all in one place, so maybe I could update this and have it all in one place. I'm not sure that'll be here today. Yeah. Oh, well, I can update it a little bit, so let's go back. Pre-order list, again, quite self-explanatory. This will fill this out. And then 2025 wrapped, I usually put all the ratings, the dates I've read them. Again, I do this. I usually get all the notes off my Goodreads, but I'd like to start putting them in a book journal, so it'd be good to have all the stats. And then the individual stats is author, rating, pages, genre, format, because I'd like to track all those details. So I think I'm going to put my headphones on and listen to an audiobook as I fill this out. So if you see me looking down, I'll be looking at all the details on my phone and filling this out. So yeah, hopefully this will be just quite a satisfying thing to see how I use Notion if you're interested. I'm nowhere near, I'm not a Notion fiend. I don't know enough about it. I got all my templates from either very basic or I got them from somewhere else. So don't ask me any Notion questions. I'm not too sure. So yeah, let me put my audiobook on and I will start filling this out. So that was a long time for me to update. I think that took about an hour because I left it so far behind. I think I'm going to tweak some of those pages because a lot of it is repeated information and I kind of don't need it. So I'm probably going to edit some of those for the future. But yeah, so that's the end of my doing bookish stuff video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I've got so many more book things that I want to do. I've got a bookmark I want to make. Like I said, I want to do a book journal. So maybe you'll see snippets of that in the future. But yeah, so I guess that's where this will end. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.